Hello, friends. Happy Friday. It's Margot Messery, your CFO Solutions Queen from Margot's Bookkeeping. I had a little bit of time, so I wanted to hop in here today and talk about how to think like a boss. I feel like the energy now is a lot of indecisiveness, a lot of worry, a lot of hustle for the holiday, and a lot of people are like pushing things off and worrying what to do. And, there's a few different people that this live will speak to. It's either you're an entrepreneur, you're a business owner, or maybe you're just somebody who's thinking about being a business owner. Um, and, if you're an accountant, if you're in a professional service-based business, and you have to operate your business and you have to make decisions, it could be really hard. And saying even that it's really hard is a frame of mind. It's like disempowering yourself. And, when I have to make decisions, I think about my company as what is the business need, not what Margot needs. And Margot, as the owner of the company, has to make that decisions of what the business needs, regardless of, let's say, what my emotions are saying, or, some type of storm like that is happening. So the first thing that when I think like a boss is I encourage open communication. Now, open communication is a lot of listening and hearing fully. It's not jumping in, it's not cutting off. When those types of things happen, it's good to write those things down. So when you get your chance to respond, that you can share that then. Or if you listen fully when you have that open communication, what happens is that it could be that your thought is going to be answered. Now, if you have staff, you want to look to your staff to listen to them as well. You want to hear them out, because if you don't have that open communication, they're not going to come to you. I know with my group, when things are going wrong, they do come to me, and I personally love it. And we do Zoom a lot. We do phone calls. And when you have a remote group, you need more ways to get in touch than less, because you can't just go check in. You have to have different ways to do things, because you're not working together. So listening to your employees and knowing what their strengths are is so important when you want to think like a boss, because these are the things that the business needs and not you personally as the owner. So it's two separate things. The other thing is that once that happens, you want to be able to reward the employee or the independent contractor so that they feel acknowledged, that they stood up to the plate and that they really said something and that they shared. Because there's nothing worse than when you share and you're not heard and you're not validated. And I know when I'm not heard and I'm not validated, it sets me off and it doesn't go well. And you want to just like pull up your sleeves and get on the floor with them. And what does that mean is that sometimes your employees or your co-teammates, they'll need you to like jump in there and do things with them. So I'll give you a little quick story. Yesterday, a worker of mine, we're working on this project, and there was like 4 or 5 things that came up. So we did a share screen, and I gave her the mouse at a certain point, and she was thrilled at the end. And what happened is that I got on the floor with her to really show her, because that's the only way she's going to know. And it helped me see too, if I was explaining things wrong, that she wasn't going to be successful. So when you get on the floor with your team, your coworkers, you're helping to set them up for success. Because when you see that your team is not being successful, what happens is that it's a result of it's an inner reflection of like, hey, did my process not work? Did I not follow the process? Do I even have a process? And most of the time, that's what it is, that we don't even have a process and not realize it. And this is a big one that's hard for everybody, is to stay positive. There's so much that goes on that, it's so easy to get taken by like blame and being a victim that you can't stay positive. And staying positive, it is so, so key because again, you know, the more you talk things out, the easier that it can be and you can get to that solution. And now this time of year, making decisions is so key because, you know, maybe you're a business owner and you're deciding to get in accounting services. You're afraid of what the results are going to be. You're just not wanting to because it's before the year end. You think it's too early. But you know what? Time creeps up. All of a sudden now it's almost 2 o'clock on a Friday, and you know, time doesn't wait for us. And the more you put in solutions of being proactive and doing things and on a team environment and in agreements, you know, you have better solutions and you have better ways to scale things. And when you, even if like you're a worker and sometimes you just feel like you need to make a decision, like as a boss, you need to just stand up and take responsibility for your actions. And to even understand what that sentence means is a big deal. You know, of course I'm taking responsibility for my actions, Marco, but not necessarily. When you're blaming somebody else, or if you're in a victim stage of where you're not realizing where maybe you did something wrong, that's the issue. You know, it's really taking a reflection, or maybe just doing like a little check-in with yourself or like a friend or a mentor and seeing that. Because when you think like a boss, you get better decisions, even with your family and all sorts of things like that. And I'll tell you, I had a really hard week this week. And there was times that I was not thinking like a boss. And what I had to do was I had to remove myself from the situations. And there's different things that I do to help myself to get myself back to that state. And once you're back to that state and you're making decisions, you know, it feels like a whole different world. But if you know you're not in that state to think like a boss, it's better just not to do anything at all and just say, I'm going to get back to you. I hear you, and I'm going to let you know, sorts of things like that, so that you are not making an impulse decision. So this time of year is hard for everybody, and even saying it's hard is a big deal. And if you're looking to take action and you need help with anything, I would love for you to reach out and help. And if you're a business owner and you are looking to take on services, I invite you for a free discovery call with me so that we can help you get in touch with a plan so that you are supported for all your business needs. I hope you have a great rest of your day and talk to you soon. Bye.